It's your boy DIVIJ Vaswani. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I work as a real estate agent as one of my companies in Beverly Hills at Barnes International Luxury Real Estate. You can go check the company out at barnes-losangeles.com. When you become an agent, and also how to become an agent, you know what the process is of, okay, you just got your first client. Now, how do you actually monetize that client? How do you take them through the process of real estate? How do you help them find a place? How do you help them sell a place? There's a lot of different things in this business, and trust me, I'm still learning these things on a daily basis, but I think there's certain things that people need to know when they're getting into the business. So I was around 18 or 19 when I first applied to get my license, and I was kind of motivated just because my family's in the real estate business, and I felt like that was the best first step to take in terms of actually getting myself into the industry as opposed to being on the outside of it. So what I did was I signed up with a local school called Nationwide Real Estate, and I actually signed up with my dad. So me and my dad were supposed to take classes together, but my dad ended up, he's got a full-time job. He's a doctor, so he was busy with that. So I focused on Nationwide Real Estate, and I was at USC during this time. I think I was a freshman or something. Basically what happened was I went to Nationwide, took the courses, and then over a period of a couple months, I had to take these quizzes, and they were all open book. And once I completed those quizzes, I got a certification letter from the real estate school. Once you finish that course, you're actually eligible to go and take the real estate exam. I passed the test the first time, and I think a lot of people do pass it the first time. You just gotta really focus and study the stuff and make sure that you guys actually know it. There's gonna be a lot of detailed questions on that test. You wanna make sure that you've actually studied and that you're prepared for that. So, and then once you have your license, what you gotta do is you gotta find a brokerage, and you gotta go around and basically just call them or set up meetings and figure out which is the best brokerage to join, because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're with a company that supports your goals, that has good training, that can offer a decent commission split. And in the beginning, it's not really about the commission split. It's more about how much value and how much training are they going to add to you, especially when you're younger, 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever, still in college. Doesn't matter. But I think training is the number one thing. And that actually led me to join a company called Rodeo Realty in Beverly Hills. And they're actually a pretty high-end company, and they have a lot of the top agents. And I don't know if you guys have seen the show $1 Million Listing, but there's Josh Flagg works at that company, Joe Babajian, etc., etc. Once you join the agency, there's actually going to be a couple fees that you're going to have to pay. Most companies will charge like desk fees, E&O insurance, and then a lot of companies will have some other transaction fees, which will be on a transactional basis. But what I recommend is find a place that doesn't have desk fees, because a lot of times those can add up and it's really just unnecessary. The company that I worked for, the only charge that I had was my E&O insurance, which is around $1,200 up front. I also had to pay my MLS dues, which I think were around $600 or $700. And you got to pay your board of realtor dues so that you can actually use the term realtor when you're actually working. So those are pretty much the only fees in terms of your startup costs as a new agent or someone in the real estate business that's just starting up. So again, that's E&O insurance. You've got your desk fees. Try to avoid that one because it's not very necessary. You're going to have your MLS fees, and you're going to have your board fees. Of course, whatever it costed you to actually acquire your real estate license. And once you find your agency, you want to go in and really dive in, get to know everybody in the company, do a lot of the training sessions. Most companies, especially in LA, will have training once a week. You'll be assigned a mentor, and they'll really teach you everything about the real estate business, the contracts, etc. So go through that process. It takes time. I mean, my first year in real estate, I only closed one deal. I didn't close anything else. So, I was watching this interview with Ty Lopez and Matt and Josh Altman, who are two of the top agents, and they're both brothers. And they said that in their first 6 months, they didn't close anything. It's a patience game. I think a lot of people have a misconception that the real estate business is, quick cash, quick cash. You want to make sure that you're networking with agents, that you're meeting people, get your business cards, get out there, start putting up content. And then something that I think is really important, there's really 3 things you need to do when you're starting up, maybe 4. The first thing is cold calling. You want to be on the phones pretty much all day, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I remember I was on the phones from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., 6 p.m., whatever. And you're going to hear a lot of no's. You're going to get a lot of rejection, but at the end of the day, that's what this business is, and that's what sales is. You want to make sure that you're just mentally prepared for that. And there's a lot of scripts and stuff you can go through. There's a lot of YouTube videos online where you can, try and gain an understanding of how to avoid rejection, how to talk to people on the phone. Actually lucky in this day and age that we have the digital, we have the internet to really guide us and help us in terms of whatever we want to pursue. But anyways, I digress. Second thing is you want to be door knocking. Door knocking actually works if you do it consistently. And trust me, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone, and it's not the easiest thing in the world, but it actually starts to become fun because you're out and about, you're seeing new houses, you're meeting new people, and over time, that's actually really fun. So Door knocking is the second thing. The third thing is you want to be doing open houses for other agents at your company. So you might reach out to XYZ agent and say, hey, I know you've got a couple listings. I know you can't sit all of them at the same time. I would love to host your open house on this day. I'll bring my signs. I'll have some food there and snacks and beverages, etc. And I'll make sure that everything goes smoothly. Once they give you the opportunity to host the open house, you can actually go in and people will come in, potential buyers, potential people with their own houses that they need to sell, and you got to network with those people, because those are hot leads or warm leads as opposed to people that you're just cold calling, which might just be cold leads because you don't know if they're interested in some sort of real estate at all. But people who are coming to open houses, either A, they're just coming to look just for fun, or B, they actually have some sort of interest or they need to take some sort of action in terms of real estate. So open houses, cold calls, door knocking, and the fourth one, of course, is a training. So just make sure you're doing all those four things and you're pretty much good to go. I mean, that's what I'm doing on a daily basis, to be honest. I'm still doing training. I'm about a year in now. I'm actually with a different agency. We're called Barnes International, like I said. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's your boy DIVIJ. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram and all social media. I'm going to put all my information down below. And if you have any questions regarding real estate or any sort of business, I'm also in nightlife and entertainment. So if you have any questions, I'm going to put my email down below so you guys can hit me up. And good luck to you guys. It's not going to be an easy process, but I'm going to do more videos where I talk about specifics of the real estate business and how you guys can learn certain things, etc., etc. So just stay tuned for more content. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit.